Yo, what's up guys? Today we have a meta showdown. Amethyst Steel versus Amethyst Steel. I think some of the best decks of set 5. Let's get straight into it. And also before we start, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And having that said, let's get straight into it. We are on the draw here. He plays a 1-drop Robin Hood. We have the Singer, so we can clear out his little guy. Because if he shifts on turn 3 into Big Robin Hood, we're in a really tough spot. He's hard to deal with, for sure. We see the aerial, but we don't see the song. It's okay, because we have a whole new world for our next turn, and that's definitely going to come down. We also have a Naveen and an Ink. I try to make sure, we don't have an Ink. That can be trouble sometimes. If we don't see Ink, this deck tends to lose to itself. A lot of uninkable songs, but we do have the Simi in hand. We see it, and we're definitely going to drop that along with our Naveen. And since we can't play any songs, we're going to wait until next turn. So here, Pete is just delaying us by 1 turn, which is still pretty strong. I would have liked to sing A Whole New World that last turn. Pete's crazy in this deck. You can play him, replay him. If you have 5 ink, you can just bounce him with Madam Mim Snake. Again, against Amethyst Steel, it's absolutely nuts. It's so strong. In the right circumstances, the right timing, it's incredibly strong. We need to get rid of his Jafar. He represents so much. It's at least we can play songs now. I wanted to play the swords in case we see, say, a 2 damage song. And we do see a song. We sing it with Ursula. We're playing the Strength of a Raging Fire. We clear out his Jafar because he puts in a lot of pressure, especially because we play A Whole New World too. And if we play it while he has an exerted Jafar, then he's just going to gain lore. He's also a big body. Pete is a threat. Maybe clearing him out would have been the right thing to do last turn. But unless he's gonna bounce it back, I don't really see too much happening. Oh no. Another swords. Okay, that's 2. That's 2 swords down, I think. We wheeled away one of them, and he just played another one. So he has 2 left in deck. Okay, we at least have pretty decent board presence. He's coming up on his 6th ink, so that probably means Tinkerbell. We just need to be aggressive, turn our character sideways, gain as much lore as we can, and as long as we don't see his swords, we should be okay dropping the Cinderella and our Robin Hood. Plays a Tinkerbell, plays a Robin Hood. The biggest threat here is Tinkerbell, so we need to get her out of the way. He plays I'm Stuck on my aerial, so I can't sing big songs, but at least I have my Ursula. If we shift into Robin Hood, if we have the shift target, then we can play a big song. I do see a Naveen, so we drew into Naveen, and he is going to come down and play us some free stuff. Big, long think here. Definitely clearing the Tink. Yeah. I was thinking about that Robin Hood and what might happen next turn. We question with a lot, and if he can shift and play his swords, that's going to put us behind. But if he just challenges, we should be okay. We have a lot of characters. We have a lot of pressure that we can apply. He inks a Tinkerbell. That's actually a really good sign. Probably should have kept that. The 1 damage across the board is nuts. Okay, so there's the Pete, so we can't get rid of his Robin Hood with any of our songs. I think I see a Storm Rage on in our hand and A Whole New World, which don't really do much here. I think I should have quested though. I ended up passing without doing anything. If I did quest, that would have been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, putting us at 17. Much closer to winning the game. And he only has 1 card in hand. we probably would have had game. I don't know what's in his hand. It wasn't a song because he didn't play it. He probably should have played it if he did. A damage song at least. But I regret not questing, but it's okay. It happens. He had a whole new world. So say I did quest, I would have represented Lethal. He would have sung with the Robin Hood and played this a little differently. So I actually wouldn't have been game. It just would have put my opponent in a little more high pressure situation. And there's the swords. How many does it play? Jesus Christ. Is that 5 swords so far? It feels like it. Alrighty, there's our board. Completely cleared. And there's another Pete. So we are very, very, very behind. I don't know how we can clutch this one out. Our hand is stacked, but we don't have enough ink to play things that would matter or change the tide of the game, especially because he keeps playing the Pete. I mean, there's nothing really that I would have, no songs that I would have played anyways, because I'd rather sing them at this point of the game. All right, so he has some chunky characters. And he has 2, 3, 4, 5 questing power on board. He plays the big Jafar. Oh, this is tough, guys. We're in a really, really tough spot. I don't think we clutch this one out. I do have the shift target for Robin Hood, but he's not really going to do much. There's the bare necessities. We're going to snipe that whole new world. He has a strength stuck and a Tinkerbell. And all those 3 cards are going to put in some work next turn. So tough spot. Yeah, I end up just shifting here. I think I could have inked and played my 2-drop Ursula. So that way Pete can play Strength of Raging Fire for 3 damage on one of his Petes. Then my Robin Hood could have challenged into the other Pete, clearing 2 guys that say no to any actions, any songs. But that's the route we took, and we're probably gonna get mega punished for not questing in with everything a few turns ago. But it's okay, that's the tide of the game, and that's how it goes sometimes, guys. This was very fun though. I really enjoy playing against the Jafar deck. Because you never know, like, is he gonna Jafar, win by wheel, or is he just gonna drop some crazy songs and Tinkerbells, clean up our board? He has a lot of potential here. He's already at 14. And even if he didn't clear out any of my characters and just quested in, he pretty much had it on his next turn. Play the area just for funsies, and there's nothing that can save us. And that's a GG's. All right, cool. Good game. Let's go into game 2. We're at a disadvantage. We're on the draw, which is okay. We still got this. We're not giving up. He has the Robin Hood 1-drop. We don't have a Cinderella. So if he has a shift, it's gonna happen. He's gonna come down. We got a Daisy Duck. At least we can represent a bit of aggression here. We can start getting lower by questing with good old Daisy. We have the little Robin Hood. I didn't want to play him because I felt more comfortable adding pressure with Daisy Duck, and she's gonna quest for at least 2, hopefully, or for 4. I'm gonna quest that twice at least, giving us 4 lore, and that's gonna make a big difference in the long game. So we go in for 2. He reveals a big Robin Hood. If he didn't have it, now he has it. I mean, at least he was gonna draw into it. So now I am a bit worried that he's gonna shift and start doing shenanigans. I mean, he could shift and sing a Zeus if he has it, but he ends up going for the, yep, there he is, big shift, big swords. I've been seeing swords all game. Okay, So our Daisy's damaged, but at least she can go in for another 2 quests. We ink, running a little low on ink, so we drop the aerial into our inkwell. We play another aerial. Do we see a song? Strength of Raging Fire. All right, we're looking good. Let's see. We have a lot of firepower in the form of songs, especially because he has that Chromicon on the field now. I'm gonna be drawing into extra cards, and if we have enough strong singers on the board, we can play whatever songs we draw into. So managing our resources is gonna be good. If we can establish some of our singers. He plays another Robin Hood, and he plays a Pete, so no songs his next turn. That's a little tough. He's gonna delay us 1 turn. We end up dropping a Daisy Duck, developing our board a little bit further. So these guys need to stick for us. We have a pretty good line for clearing his whole board, but Ariel is the key character here. If she sticks onto the board, next turn we can wipe out everything. Trust me, even with that shift Robin Hood that just came down, we can cook everything on his board with style. We're gonna pay 4 ink. That's a Naveen, sorry for the glare. Naveen playing the sword, so that's 2 damage to both of his Robin Hoods. One of them has 3 damage. Mathing. There's a lot of adding numbers here, guys. Math is hard. We sing with the aerial, drop in a Strength of Raging Fire. That's exactly enough to clear one of his Robin Hoods. Then we challenge into his last Robin Hood. And Pete, we need to get that guy off the board too, because he can bounce it back, replay it, repeat the Pete. And that is turn. I think that was pretty clean. That was a very clean turn. Now he's gonna have to deal with our board, which, you know, if you're playing steel, you're gonna do some damage. Okay, there's the Tink. My Daisy goes down. My Ariel has 1 damage, same as Naveen. Now we need to clear his Tinkerbell because she puts in work. We have a whole new world. All right. I had a Storm in hand. I don't know if I should have played it, or if I should have played both, but we need to deal 5 damage to the Tinkerbell. So we were banking on seeing Zeus. Okay, there's an Ursula, Smee, Strength of Raging Fire, let's go. So Tinkerbell down, we clear his board once again. Now we pray he doesn't have another one of his 10 swords. That's the only card I can think about that's gonna set us back. Okay, Pete, no songs next turn. No actions. Plays another Chromicon, so we're gonna be seeing more cards. I like the draws, not gonna lie. I really like gassing up our hand. There's a double Robin Hood. So that's signaling him having the shift. I don't know if the shift does much besides seeing grab your swords. If he starts challenging in with a shift to Robin Hood, we are pretty far ahead with our board. So we're okay. I was debating on questing with the rest of them, and I do. I learned from my last game. That's an extra 3 lore, which is huge in the long game. All right, we draw more cards with the Chromicon. He shifts into his Robin Hood. What's he gonna do? What's the play here? If he has a song, he has to sing it. Oh my God, another grab your sword. Everyone goes into the banish pile. So last turn, Smee is exerted. He should have had 1 damage on him, and he should be in the banish pile now. I think I missed. Yeah, I definitely missed that damage counter on him. So Smee should be in the banish pile. I think that would have changed his line of play, because I would have had just the Ursula that he could have challenged into, and she could have easily been cleared out by the Pete or even the Robin Hood. So that's a misplay for me. He plays his 9th Grab Your Sword, which, like I said, if the Smee was in the banish pile, it would have been a very different line to play. Would have saved his sword. Now we have to clear out his whole board. We need a clear board. So 2 damage to the Pete. We have a Naveen, so Naveen's coming down and he's singing Grab Your Swords, or he's playing it. He doesn't technically sing it. And there's a Zeus. Clear board, clear mind. All right, we're in a good spot. We got 2 characters that can sing. Quest for 4. So we're in a very good spot. And our hand is very gassed up. And we're gonna draw extra cards with the Chromicon. So that's gonna put us in an even better position. He does have a lot of ink. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're at 7. Okay, so we're pretty even on ink. Hard cast a Zeus. That's also good. That means he's not gonna develop his board, which was something I was a little worried about. Mostly Tink. Tink puts in a lot of work. All right, I'm stuck on the Robin Hood, and he's played so many swords. I'm thinking there's no way he has another one. So we're very confident, playing a bunch of our characters next. We whiff with the aerial. We drop a Smee. We pay 2 to drop more Cinderellas. We present 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 low on board. That can put us to 18 our next turn if he doesn't clear out anything. He plays the Tinkerbell. So everything's still alive. We have a Pete in hand too, the secret sauce. Down comes a Mim, and out is the Robin Hood. Alrighty, we have a Pete. Very, very good. We play a Daisy, we play, I think it's a Robin Hood, 1 drop, and the Pete. So he can't play any songs. He can't play any more of his Grab Your Sword. He's probably not even out of them yet. He's probably still have one in hand. Or his Zeus or anything like that. Just the Tinkerbell, which only clears our Smee and our 2 Cinderellas, leaving 2, 3, 4, 5 questing power on board. Unless he has a Mim Fox, that still doesn't do it. Yeah, we got it. GG's, guys. And thanks for tuning in. Guys, if you enjoyed this type of content, leave a like, subscribe. Appreciate it. See you guys next time.